I think that what makes Tintamarre such a inclusive environment and really safe space for everybody of any level and any sort of confidence level probably just has to do a lot with the director, in this case Alex, and how he creates that space to start with. Also, I guess the people who are willing just to sort of explore, and the fact that there's a lot of time just devoted to play and people can explore their, like, through the space, through movement, through song, through like sound, anything like that really helps people sort of explore and step out of their box and therefore feel comfortable with each other.
So what kind of things do we do in terms of that exploration, in terms of that play?
Well, when we are wanting to work on a song or some noises that we, as in for Caen, we were exploring sounds of the forest, we played a game called Orchestre, which just involves everybody sort of spontaneously but slowly standing in a circle and then each contributing a rhythm or a sound to, and walking around with movement in the center of the circle. It ends up being a really incredible sound, sort of like an orchestra, which is the idea, and then it all sort of just dissipates and you get to explore whatever sound or rhythm you want to contribute. And if you do a theme, like in this case it was exploring outdoor sounds or animal noises, that it sounded very much like the forest, or it sounds very much like a city if you want to do city noises, or just a lot of fun rhythm if you just start with something. Yeah, it can be just a lot of fun for any sort of sound.
Henry, as far as I know, you knew no French before coming here to Mount Allison.
Yeah.
Could you both speak about your kind of your experiences in terms of how Tintamarre has helped with that, or how you've seen it help others who might not have had the level of comfort in the language that you had?
My experience, like, although I don't know anything about French, but now I feel like I have more confidence. Says yes, this is a language I'm about to learn it just right in the future, and this future is not far. It's already near, because it sounds like when I join it, I cannot understand everything. But if I don't try to explore it, I'm trying to stay outside or just hearing as out of mind, then I don't think I can be staying here for long times. So as I think, even I joined Tintamarre to listen the language I didn't understand, that caused me have encouraged, says, okay, this is the language, or this is the things I have to know first. So maybe in second year, third year, or fourth year, I will be able to join after learning it. Yeah, actually I'm planning for learning it in the summer sessions.
Awesome. I feel like French is a really integral part of Tintamarre, as like it's part of the exploration process and part of what people learn and how they're sort of expanding their mentality about language. And the way that you say some things in French just cannot be said in English, or vice versa, and that's fun to learn, and it's especially fun to explore on stage. And Alex makes French and the whole Tintamarre like group makes French especially fun to play with and work with in theater through puns and play on words, even in the script, but just sort of all the time. And when it's so easily mixing between French and English, back and forth, completely accepting, but like gently correcting and encouraging on the pronunciation and anything like that, it's really helpful for learning, but it doesn't feel structured in the like intimidating sort of way. And I know that a lot of people have learned a lot of French, and a lot of people like to, myself included, like to join Tintamarre to practice their French and just explore it, and it just sort of hearing and living it makes you learn things faster, and without really recognizing it, you're living the language.
If you can think of one time or a couple of times in Tintamarre that you have found absolutely super fantasmagorique, what has that been for you? What has kept you coming and really validated that kind of experience?
For me, I think some of the most exhilarating moments are when you really feel the connection, and I think Tintamarre has been that experience like more so for me in my life than ever, that I recognize that groups of people can be so much more effective than like anything you can imagine. Collaboration is really the key to anything you want to accomplish, and we've had moments when we were writing a song together for Alex, like rewriting the lyrics to some of the Tintamarre songs, and it ended up just flowing so incredibly well. It was so exhilarating. A whole group of probably 12 of us in one room, and the words, the lyrics just sort of like poured onto the page. They were hilarious, they worked so well, and everybody was contributing equally from all sides, and it just makes it really, really exhilarating. And when you're working, I suppose, yeah, it's mostly with music, but it's also with other scenes. People suggest, they contribute your suggestions, different suggestions are added from different people around the room, and it ends up being the most phenomenal energy in the space that's then created because everybody appreciates everybody's contributions, and it becomes very fun.
Yeah, and how do I say the memories? I only have 2 memories that is very impressive in Tintamarre, but that means other aren't impressive. Like those 2 are most impressive. One is like one time Alex asked Amanda to lead all the groups to the outside of the field to kind of embrace nature. And how do we feel? It's like, yeah, we really think we really have a feeling in the kind of a winter night, and we really hear how was the like night forest, how was it sounds like, and at the times I discover most of the ideas pop up like at that times. Like people get a lot of ideas when they go out. They didn't get that much as ideas when they stay in the buildings. So I found that this activity is also kind of valuable. And the second memories is like once a time I bring some music and Alex has selects few of the music, and actually they appreciate the music I bring in, and kind of like they know what to select, so they won't let me to play all the music. They will select what they want, and this scene is that kind of like very, 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 yeah, I can say it's very impressive now. Yeah, so.
Cool. Well, thank you to the both of you for allowing me to interview you. Was there anything else that you wanted to say?
I would say welcome to Tintamarre for whatever. Even you don't know any French or you don't have any French background, I suggest you to come and feel how was the bilingual environment, because you will discover how important of both language would work together. Sometimes they join together with funny stuff, and sometimes they might not join, but like they separate with different jokes. You will be fine out when you join.
All right.